Om Namo Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatha Jayam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Punishment and Reward of Kali. Shloka number 5th and 2nd. Kaha tvam mat sharane loke
कः त्वं मत्शरणे लोके
balat asi abalhan bali
बलात् अस्य बलान् बलि
asi balat hansi naradeva asi veshena
नरदेवः असि वेषेण
natavat karmana advijah
नटवत्कर्मणा अद्विजः
यः त्वं कृष्णे गते दूरम्
यः त्वं कृष्णे गते दूरम्
सः गाण्डीव धन्वनः
सः गाण्डीव धन्वना
शोच्यः असि अशोच्यान्
शोच्यः असि अशोच्यान्
रहसि प्रहरन् वदम् अर्हसि
रहसि प्रहरन् वधम् अर्हसि
कः त्वं मत्शरणे लोके
कः त्वं मत्शरणे लोके
बलात् हंसि अबलान् बलि
बलात् हंसि अबलान् बलि
नरदेवसि वेशेन
नरदेवः असि वेषेण
नटवत् कर्मणः अद्विजः
नटवत्कर्मणा अद्विजः
यः त्वं कृष्णे गते
यः त्वं कृष्णे गते
दूरं स गाण्डीव धन्वना
दूरं सह गाण्डीव धन्वना
शोच असि अशोच्यान्
शोच्यः असि अशोच्यान्
रहसि प्रहन् वदम् अर्हसि
रोहसि प्रहरन् वधम् अर्हसि कः त्वं मत्शरणे लोके बलात् हंसि अबलान् बलि नरदेव असि वेषेण नटवत्कर्मणा अद्विजः यः त्वं कृष्णे गते दूरं सह गाण्डीव धन्वना शोच्य असि अशोच्यान् रहसि प्रहरन् वधम् अर्हसि.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong and yet you will dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man king. But by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice born Kshatriyas. You rogue, do you dare beat an innocent cow? Because Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the carrier of the Gāṇḍīva bow, are out of sight. Since you are beating the innocent in a secluded place, you are considered a culprit and therefore deserve to be killed. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Brāhmaṇas बरोबर आहे. बरोबर आहे. The brāhmaṇas, kṣatriyas and vaiśyas are called twice born because for these higher classes of men there is one birth by parental conjugation and there is another birth of cultural rejuvenation by spiritual initiation from the bona fide ācārya or spiritual master. So a kshatriya is also twice born like a brahmana and his duty is to give protection to the helpless. The Kshatriya king is considered to be the representative of God to give protection to helpless and chastise miscreants. Whenever there are anomalies in this routine work by administrators, there is an incarnation of Lord to re-establish principles of a godly kingdom in the age of Kali. Poor helpless animals, especially cows, which are meant to receive all sort of protection from the administrative head, are killed without restriction. Thus, the administrative heads under whose noses such things happen, are representative of God in name only. Such powerful administrators are rulers of the poor citizen by dress or office, but factually they are worthless lower class men and without the cultural assets of twice born. No one can expect justice or equality of treatment from one's born spiritually uncultured lower class men. Therefore, in the age of Kali, everyone is unhappy due to the maladministration of the state. The modern human society is not twice born by spiritual culture. Therefore, people's government by the people who are not twice born must be a government of Kali in which everyone is unhappy. In a civilization where God is conspicuously banished and there is no devotee warrior like Arjuna, the associates of the age of Kali take advantage of this lawless kingdom and arrange to kill innocent animals like the cow in secluded slaughterhouses. Such murderers of animals stand to be condemned to death by the order of a pious king like Maharaj Parikshit. For a pious king, the culprit who kills an animal in a secluded place is punishable by the death penalty, exactly like a murderer who kills an innocent child in a secluded place. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Am Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण we try to understand shloka number fifth and sixth. Here they describing about the brāhmaṇa, kṣatriya and vaiśyas are called twice born, and for the higher class of men there is one birth by parental conjugation and another birth from cultural initiation by spiritual master. And again they describe about the civilization where God is conspicuously banished. There is no devotee warrior like Arjuna, and there that place is that secluded place. There they kill an animal in slaughterhouses, punishable by the death penalty. All these points they describe. Prabhuji will tell us in nicely. Hare Krishna.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. So this is Saturday, and still few of us have come together to continue our discussions on Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have reached that stage where we see that Maharaj Parikshit, having reached the river Saraswati banks, is seeing Kali who is a Kshudra, trying to trouble the cow and the bull and beating them so harshly as if they are not protected. Yesterday we saw the importance of cow protection. How cow is important for us to actually achieve the Brahminical qualifications. How without cow we cannot go back home, back to Godhead. The importance of cow in our spiritual journey. And today we see how an important activity for the administrator is in protection of cow. So as soon as he had seen this horrendous act, Parikshit Maharaj immediately shouted, and his voice was so loud, it seemed as if it is a thunder from the sky. And he told Kaliyuga that you are appearing to be strong, yet you are daring to kill within my protection those who are helpless. In your dress, you seem to be like a godly man, but your deeds are opposing the principles of the twice-born kṣatriyas. Just because Krishna and Arjuna, they are not here, are you daring to beat innocent cow? But because you are now creating trouble for the innocent in secluded place, I, being the king, declare and consider you as a culprit. And so there is no other punishment but that you should be killed. Very important aspects come out through these shlokas, which are important for us from a practical understanding on how to live our life and then how to live our life. So both LIVE as well as LEAVE. First aspect is because there was absence of Krishna and Arjuna. Now Arjuna is here qualified in this shloka as carrier of the Gāṇḍīva bow. Gāṇḍīva Dhanvaha is the word which comes here. So as soon as there is no Krishna and Arjuna, they are out of sight. The troublemakers, they become strong and they can dare and trouble anyone. And this exactly is the conclusion in Bhagavad Gita, wherein Sanjaya, who is narrating this dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, tells in the last shloka, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir, Matir Mama. He says that wherever there is Krishna and wherever there is a what I say, disciple like Arjuna, a devotee like Arjuna, at that place, there's definitely going to be Lakshmi, Shri, that is wealth, there's going to be prosperity, there's going to be dharma, religion, and there's going to be intelligence. This is my opinion. So after having narrated everything, Sanjay comes to this conclusion, and this shloka takes that same conclusion further. Just because Arjuna and Krishna are not there, Kaliyuga has dared to trouble the innocent persons, and especially the innocent cow. So the conclusion for us from practical aspects is that if we want to be saved from the effects of Kaliyuga, we need to have Krishna and Arjuna with us. So it does not mean that, oh, Arjuna, please come. No. What it means is we need to develop those qualities of Arjuna. And what was the quality of Arjuna which made him Arjuna? He had surrendered himself fully to Krishna. If you see Bhagavad Gita, Krishna does not start giving any instructions till the time Arjuna declares, yeah, I am completely perplexed, Krishna. I don't know what is to be done. So I surrender unto me. You are my teacher and I am your student. So only when Arjuna makes this statement, In second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which shloka you all people may be aware, as Sakhi Shiromani Mataji is also aware and going to tell us, only then does Krishna start explaining the principles of life, and then he removes his bewilderment. So what it means is that what we need to do now is be completely dependent upon Krishna. We have to surrender to Krishna's will. And we have to be eager to follow and implement instructions of Krishna. Because that is what Arjuna did after his complete bewilderance was removed. He said, Karishye tava vachanam.
Vachanam tav.
He never said, Karishye mama marji. Does he say no? He says, I'll do what you have. So that is important. That we surrender. So if you have to surrender to Krishna, the second question which naturally comes up is, Prabhuji, there was Arjuna, in front of Arjuna, there was Krishna. Where is Krishna now? But then Krishna has never left us. Krishna is there with each one of us. When we started these Bhagavatam studies, if you remember the third and fourth chapters, there Krishna, there it is clearly documented that with each of the soul, Krishna is always there as a super soul. It's like two birds sitting on a tree. One parrot is happily licking the chili, and the other parrot is looking at him, hoping that he will turn to him. So these two represent the soul and the super soul. Krishna is waiting for us to look at him, and the moment we look at him, he ensures that we don't get back into that licking of the chili thing. We get back home, back to Godhead. So Paramatma Rup, Krishna is there with us. But it will take time us to look inside, to where and realize the presence of Paramatma. Krishna says, don't worry, I'm still going to be there. And how he is there? He comes in front of us in the form of the Archa Vigraha. He is there in the form of deities, in temples, in our residences. And that is why if you see the last chapter where it was mentioned that one of the important duties of a grihastha is to ensure that they have deities in their family. And whatever we do, the moment the deities come to the family, the house does not remain a house. It becomes a dhama, a holy place. Because then we want to keep everything spotless, clean for the deities in our family. So, Archarup Krishna asti. Krishna says, don't worry. You may be finding it difficult. I'm still going to be there. And what he does is, Krishna Nama Krishna Avatara. He's there in the form of the holy names with each one of us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, Prabhuji, but how do we know that this is the fact? So Krishna says, don't worry. He's there with us in the form of Grantha Avatar. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Grantha Avatar of Krishna. But how do we know? Who will guide us? Krishna says, don't worry. To guide you within, I am there as Paramatma. And to guide you out, I'm going to send my representative, a bona fide spiritual master, Guru Krishna Nahi Anya. So Krishna is there with us. So we just have to imagine, we just have to understand that presence of Krishna and develop the qualities of Arjuna to surrender to Guru, to surrender to Krishna, to do everything that a Guru tells us to do. And then we'll also get the same benefits which Arjuna received. And just because Krishna and Arjuna was not there, Kaliyuga has dared to trouble innocent cows. He was beating the cow in the secluded place. And what does Parikshit Maharaj say? He declares that you are a culprit. And not only a culprit, You are culprit to the extent that you deserve to die. See, so much important activities. And that is why in the purport you will see Prabhupada ji talks about the importance of initiation, the importance of being twice born. So our first birth is because of our parents. The second birth, which is cultural rejuvenation, is only after we are accepted by a bona fide ācārya or a spiritual master and we receive our spiritual initiation. Spiritual initiation is very, very important, especially for the brāhmaṇas, kṣatriyas, and vaiśyas. And the moment that initiation happens, they are called as dvijaha, that is twice. So it's not that only brāhmaṇas are dvij or the twice born. No, even kṣatriya is there. And that is why it becomes a duty of the kṣatriya to give protection to the helpless. A kṣatriya, especially if he is a ruler, is considered to be the representative of God. God does not create troubles. That is why it is the importance to give protection to helpless and to chastise the miscreants. Now this is again which Krishna has clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita when he was narrating the importance or the duties of kṣatriyas. He says in 18.43, Shauryam teja kṣutidaksham yuddhe cha palayanam danam ishwaram bhava cha kshatram karma svabhavajam. So heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, leadership are the natural qualities of work for the kṣatriyas. So it is important that they do as is mentioned. And why only kṣatriyas? Everyone. Krishna has said that everyone is distinguished by qualities born out of the nature according to the material goods. And we need to do according to that qualities. So the three gunas, they have a lot of effect in our life. So we have to understand them and act according to them. And when we don't act according to them, then it is like we are actors, as is mentioned here, nataha. So only by following the qualities of work, someone can become perfect. And this is what Krishna has said. Sve sve karmani abhiratah sansiddhim labhate nara swakarma niratah siddhim yatha vindanti tachrunah. And then Krishna is explaining in the next shloka, how does this happen? So he says, by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. Yatah pravritti bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmanatam abhicharya siddham vindanti manavaha. This is something which is confirmed in Vedanta Sutra, very first shloka, Janmadhyasya yatah. We saw in the first class itself of this series that we started. So we have to follow what is our duty. And the moment we follow our duty, then automatically Krishna ensures that we get the appropriate knowledge as well. And this actually is the perfection of life. As mentioned by Krishna in 12th chapter also, Tesha Maham Samudruta. So the Supreme Lord himself takes charge of delivering such a devotee. In whatever occupation we may be engaged, if we serve Krishna, we'll achieve the highest perfection. But when there are anomalies in this routine world, that is the time, the need for incarnation of the Lord to establish the principles of a godly kingdom. Yada yada hi adharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadatmanam sujamiya. dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So in the age of Kali, poor helpless animals, especially the cows, which are meant to reserve all sorts of protection from administrative heads, they are being killed without restriction. In fact, administrative heads, they are giving licenses to kill the cow in the form of licensing slaughterhouses. And this is because the powerful administrators or rulers of the poor citizens by dress or office, but factually, they are worthless, lower class men without cultural assets of being twice poor. So no one can expect justice or equality of treatment from these only uncultured, once born persons. So in the age of Kali, everyone is unhappy because of the maladministration of the state. The modern human society is not twice born by spiritual culture. And so people's government, which we government of the people, by the people, for the people, we talk about, but then it is not of twice born. So it is a government of Kali in which everyone is unhappy. In any civilization where God is consciously banished and there is no devotee warrior like Arjuna, then the associates of age of Kali, they take advantage of this lawless kingdom. And they arrange to kill innocent animals like cow in secluded slaughterhouses. That is why it becomes our duty that we re-establish the principles of religion. The murderers of animals stand to be condemned to death by the order of pious kings like Maharaj Parikshit. Because for a pious king, the culprit who kills an animal is punishable by death penalty only, just like a murderer. And that is what Maharaj Parikshit is trying to do. But our solemn duty is to prevent such spread. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered us, Jare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. So we have to come together. We have to do Harinam Sankirtan. We have to tell everyone about Krishna. And the moment we tell everyone about Krishna, then everyone can come together, chant happily, read the scriptures happily, serve the deities, take only Krishna Prasadam, and make ourselves suitable enough to go back home, back to Godhead. That is our solemn responsibility which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered to us. And he has said, especially if you are born in India, in Bharata, this becomes your responsibility all the more. So let us try to spread this to everyone. Whosoever we know, let us make people join these sessions of Bhagavatam in English, Hindi, Marathi. We are starting very soon, so that all of us together serve Krishna and his devotees and get the mercy. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.